I'm Gabriel, and this is Black Force Comics Weekly Review, Episode 12. We're going to go over this week's comics that came out this Wednesday, and then we're going to discuss comics that are coming out next Wednesday, and then if there was news to discuss from this week, we would talk about it. But since there really wasn't, we're going to talk about it right now. S.H.I.E.L.D. came out. I saw it. I liked it. Heroes Reborn came out last Thursday. It was all right. It was comparable to season 1 of Heroes, if you ever watched Heroes, the original series, before the writer strike and everything went to poop in a handbasket. It was good. Give it a shot. You might like it. So that was Heroes Reborn, and then S.H.I.E.L.D., if you like that type of deal. I enjoy S.H.I.E.L.D. Me and my daughter love S.H.I.E.L.D., so we like seeing Quake. My daughter is Quake. My daughter's Daisy Johnson, so you know. All right, so on to this week's comics. First up, Colder, Toss the Bones, issue number 1. Now this is going to be the third volume to an ongoing story arc of Colder. This is Colder, Toss the Bones. And it's picking up with Nimble Jack. He's a... sorry, I got to step out for a minute. He's a entity who likes to kill people. Really, this is just a big horror genre. And it's picking up with Declan trying to lead a life as a normal person, and Nimble Jack talking about revenge on Declan. So if you're familiar with Colder, this is just picking up where the other one left off. It's really good. It's full of murder, death, horror, that type of thing. If you're into that, pick up Colder, Toss the Bones, issue number 1 in your local comic book shop. Next up, 50 Years of S.H.I.E.L.D. Don't Call Her the Cavalry, issue number 1. This is again from S.H.I.E.L.D., the TV show. This is Agent May. They call her Cavalry because she allegedly saved a whole bunch of people numerous times at one point. So that's why she's known as the Cavalry. This issue takes place with her taking a group of cadets to a training facility that used to belong to Hydra, and she goes to train them. It's a search and rescue operation that they mock up for the trainees, and one of the trainees is tied up, and she's going to stop the other trainees from saving him, and all of a sudden these robotic werewolves come out and they start attacking, and so she has to go save them, and then they have to go save the other teammate. So that's what they're doing. So that's Agent May, Don't Call Her the Cavalry. It's a good series. I've been enjoying them so far. They had Agent Carter, they had Mockingbird, they had Quake, they had Fury last week. They've been good. I've really been enjoying them. So pick it up. It's a one-shot. Don't miss it, okay? It's only one shot. Next up, Justice League, issue 44, The Dark Side War, part 4. This was amazing. Oh my gosh, this was amazing, okay? We're going to show you a clip of what the Flash looks like right now. Okay, are you ready? Check it out. See, that is the Flash. He was fighting the Racer of Death that Darkseid has, and Darkseid, or the Anti-Monitor, combined them. It's amazing. And then in the very end, you know the show's full of spoilers, Darkseid dies. When Darkseid dies, all the gods that are in Shazam start freaking out and want to escape Shazam. It's amazing. You really have to check this comic out. It's a good one. Dark Side War Part 4. Justice League issue number 44. So check that one out. Next up, Spawn number 256. So we're picking this up, and what's his name? I can't remember his name now. Jim Downey, he's still in the hospital. Spawn is hunting down the demons that killed his wife. He's trying to get his wife back from hell, and so he's going through this thing called the maze, or the tunnel. And he needs the Violator and the Angel to get to the tunnel, because to get through the tunnel, you have to have both an angel and a demon, and they have to willingly work together to get you through this tunnel. And so Spawn's gathering these two, because this is Spawn's plan, to avenge his wife, to get his wife back. He's going to go kill Satan, and then he's going to go fight God. That's Spawn's plan. You go. Let us know how that works out for you. So that's Spawn. Also, there's a cool little, Todd McFarlane does crazy stuff like this. The Angel is reading a book about the art of Todd McFarlane in there while he's sitting on the crapper. It's funny. It's got its moments. So that's Spawn number 256. Check that out. Next up, Captain America White, issue number 2. Now, this has been a good series so far. The first issue was a recap. It's kind of like another origin story of Captain America and Bucky, Jim Barnes. And this is just continuing from that. It's with Captain America retelling another story about how much he appreciated Bucky and a mission that they were doing with Nick Fury and the Howling Commandos, the original Nick Fury before he lost his eye during World War II. So that's what this comic is about. It leaves off with them climbing up a mountain after losing his shield in the water and Bucky saving him. Namor retrieves Captain America's shield and throws it at him. And so they climb up this giant mountain. At the very end, there's a tank sitting up there waiting for them. It's a Nazi tank. I know it's a Nazi tank because on the muzzle it's got a little Nazi symbol. All right, so that was Captain America White, issue number 2. Next up, Chakra the Invincible, issue number 3. This is Stan Lee's creation. It's an Indian superhero helping out in India. So it's been an interesting little storyline. It's about this kid who received this suit that gives him superpower, super strength. It's got this molecules that have combined with his DNA, so he is now blended with the suit, and the suit's part of him, and it kind of reacts with him. If you're familiar with X-O Man-O-War from the Valiant series, this is kind of like X-O Man-O-War from the Valiant series, except he's a boy from India, fighting villains in India. There you go, Chakra by Stan Lee. So next time you go to a convention and Stan Lee's still around and you need him, you're thinking, what can I have Stan Lee autograph? Pick up Chakra the Invincible. He will totally appreciate that, and he might shake your hand and give you a hug if he can stand up at that point. All right, next up, Batman Annual number 4. This is a great series. This finds Bruce Wayne coming back to the mansion after he's had amnesia, after the mansion's been cleared of all the inmates. They're giving it back to him. And so Alfred's there saying, oh, he wants the mansion back, he wants the mansion back. And so they're clearing out all the inmates. And the last 3 inmates that they clear out were the Riddler, Clayface, and Mr. Freeze. And of course, it's the Riddler, Clayface, and Mr. Freeze. So they duped them, they made them think they were taken out, but they weren't. They had Clayface make up these models of them that they took out. So Clayface, the Riddler, and Mr. Freeze are in the mansion, still in Wayne Manor, and they start fighting Bruce Wayne, and they're telling Bruce Wayne, who are you? Who are you? And of course, Bruce Wayne had amnesia, and so he's like, I don't know you, I don't know who I am. Why are you guys beating me up? Why are you beating my butler and my friends? And so at the very end, they're telling him, well, you hired this guy to be Batman and beat us all up and make our lives miserable. And he's like, okay. And so he ends up beating up the Riddler and saves the day. The end. So those are the comics from this week, real quick, because there wasn't a lot out this week, but there were some awesome ones, as you can see behind us here, and that guy. So now we're going to move on to what's coming out next week. Next week, there's a whole bunch of new comics, especially a whole bunch of new Marvel, because Marvel and their whole Secret War debacle, it was supposed to have been ended at this point, but they've kind of extended it now, so they're making a 9th issue, and now they're having the new series already come out before the old series has ended. Okay, so let's see what's coming out next week. 1602, Witch Hunter Angela number 4. This has been a cool series so far. This is Angela as a witch hunter in the 1800s. It's pretty awesome. Action Comics number 45, continuing after Lies with Superman. Aliens versus Vampirella number 2. We talked about this last month. At the very end, Vampirella had the alien facehugger attack her, and she had a little Vampirella alien come out of her. So it's going to be cool to see what happens with Vampirella and this whole alien baby hybrid Vampirella alien thing. Okay, so that's Aliens Vampirella issue number 2. Also, all new, all different .1 from Marvel. Now this is supposed to be the thing that is the catalyst for all the new Marvel comics. It kind of tells you why are these different stories happening and where did they all come from. This is supposed to come out after the end of Secret Wars Battle World. Yeah. But it's not, but it's coming out now, so you're going to get it. Amazing Spider-Man number 1. Angry Birds, Super Angry Birds number 2. Avengers number 0. See, this is the time to go get your comics next week, because Marvel's starting all over. These are all going to be brand new titles. Batman and Robin Eternal number 1. This is going to be a weekly series for Batman and Robin. It's a brand new weekly series. Batman Arkham Knight number 9. Batman Beyond number 5 is coming out. And here's the one that I'm waiting and looking forward to reading. Bloodshot Reborn number 7 is coming out. Also, Bob's Burgers ongoing number 4. Captain Canuck number 4 is coming out as well. Now here's another Marvel number 1, Contest of Champions number 1. Also, Copperhead number 10. That's a Texas born and raised comic. It's about the sci-fi future spaceships. It's pretty cool. I've enjoyed it. Cyborg number 3, Dark Corridor number 3, Darth Vader number 10 is coming out for all you Star Wars fans. Dead Vengeance, a new series. It's only going to be a 4-part series. That's starting up next week, so you got to pick that up. Detective Comics number 45, Doctor Strange number 1, starting again with his own series. It's really going to be cool. So check that one out. Doctor Who 11th Doctor number 1. This is year 2, number 1. It's a new series starting up. Drive number 2. Remember, this is only a 4-part series based on the video game Driver. So you gotta pick that up. It's only at issue 2. Go pick it up. Also, the completion of Goon Once Upon a Hard Time, number 4 of 4, is finally coming out. This has only been 4 issues. It's supposed to be monthly. It's been 6 weeks since you looked at me. Can't remember the rest of the song. But it's been about 6 months since this comic has been coming out. And it's only supposed to be 4 comics. So this is number 4, finally coming to an end. Also, Grant Morrison, 18 Days, number 4, in case anyone wants to check it out. It's Grant Morrison. It's been really good. Green Arrow, number 45. Green Arrow Annuals coming out as well. Groot number 5, if you've been reading that, that's been pretty awesome. In Groot number 4, he had met some celestial beings. He had met a couple of Skrulls that he became friends with. It's been a good series. So check that out, Groot number 5. Also, a new series starting up. It's only going to be a 3-part series, so you got to get it, and there's a whole bunch of variant covers. Grumpy Cat number 1. That's right, Grumpy Cat. The Internet Mimi is getting his own series. So check that out, Grumpy Cat number 1. Also, if you're a fan of the show Heroes or Heroes Reborn, Heroes Vengeance number 1 is coming out next week. It's a 1 of 5 series. Also, Invincible Iron Man number 1. Again, a number 1 starting up. For all you Star Wars fans, again, we have another Star Wars title coming out next week. Star Wars, The Shattered Empire, number 2. This is a 2 of 4, so you got to get that one. Also, for all the Archie fans, Jughead number 1 is coming out next week. I know you've been waiting for it. You've been waiting for it for all your life. You're finally getting it. Jughead number 1. Also, Lobo number 11, which has been really cool because he's been working with Sinestro. This has been a cross-cover comic because Sinestro and the Lobo series have been working together to to obtain all the Lantern Rings. So it's been really cool. Also, again, Marvel Superhero Spectacular number 1. Marvel Universe Guardians of the Galaxy number 1. The Marvel Hero Spectacular and the Marvel Universe Guardians of the Galaxy, those are the kids' comics that are based off the Disney XD series. Also, Mask number 2, that's a 2 of 7. Midnighter number 5, we talked about Midnighter before. He's an awesome version of Batman that kills. Just check him out. Miracle Man number 3 by Neil Gaiman. If you haven't checked that out, check it out. Don't let your kids read it, but check it out. It's pretty awesome. Mortal Kombat X number 11. My Little Pony Friends Forever number 21. I know you've been waiting for it, so there it is. Nailbiter number 16. Old Man Logan number 5. This should be concluding it, but I have a feeling that it might not be concluding it. Also, it's another one that I've been waiting to read. Paper Girls number 1's coming out. It's going to be a cool story. Check it out. Plutonia number 2. Regular Show number 28. I know you've been waiting for that one too. Now here's one that you probably have been waiting on. Dear Lord, everybody's been waiting on it and it's been taking forever. Secret Wars number 6 of 9. It used to be of 8, but now it's of 9. So Secret Wars number 6 is finally coming out next week. Also, Siege number 4, Southern Bastards number 11, Spider Island number 5. This is going to be the conclusion of Spider Island, which I am personally glad about. I like some of the Spider stuff, but Spider Island just didn't do it for me. Star Wars number 10 is coming out, again for all the Star Wars fans. Also, Star Wars Lando number 5. This is the conclusion of the Lando series, only a 5-run series. It's been really amazing so far. It's been a good series. He stole Emperor Poopenstein's ship, and he's found a whole bunch of stuff on it. A lot of stuff has happened while he's been on that ship. So check it out. It's a cool series. It's going to be the final issue next week. Also, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, the ongoing series number 50. This is the series in which Donatello was killed in. killed. He's in a robot now. Also a new one called Train Called Love, issue number 1. This is going to be a short run series. It's only going to be 10 series long. But Google it, please. Train Called Love, issue number 1. You're going to be surprised, and you're going to want to pick it up. All right, We Stand Guard, number 4. Now, there's a couple of Marvel series that I'm really interested in checking out. They're bringing back the What If series, only for one-shots. That's what they were originally. So next week, they're going to have 2 of them. They're going to have What If Inhumans in the Infinity Gauntlet, and also What If Thanos with the Infinity Gauntlet. So these are 2 different one-shots you're going to want to pick up next week. They're going to be pretty awesome. Also, X-Files Season 11, issue number 3 is coming out. And finally, one that all of you want, Zombies vs. Cheerleaders, Halloween 2015. I know you want that one. All right, so that concludes the comics that are coming out for next week. Like we said at the beginning, there wasn't a lot of news. So that concludes our show for the day. Hope you enjoyed it. Leave some comments. Let us know what you want to hear. See you next week.
This is Junior Child, Bon Appetit.